And we are live.
I made it.
Are we heard?
All right.
Are we audible?
We're heard.
We're
Yes.
definitely heard.
We're definitely
We're good.
heard. We're good.
We are golden.
We're good. Let's test.
That's good.
Let's go. Can
We are. I can hear it.
You can hear it.
100%.
All right, there we go.
100%.
Cheers.
We're back.
We're back.
That's it.
We're back. We're live. And we're
Cheers then. All right.
We already done this 3 times, but cheers.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the
Sometimes
charm.
it happens. Sometimes you need 2 shows. Sometimes you need 3 starts. It just is what it is. We got 2 shows coming up March 18th. It's going to be a combat sports enthusiast extravaganza paradise because we got the daytime card starting at noon, the intermission starting right afterwards, in which you can go to Main Street, go to Tavern on the Wharf, go to any of the bars and locations around, or go watch the UFC Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards 3, because that's an early start time. And then once that fight is done, you go back to Memorial Hall and watch some of the best local professional talent in the first ever Cage Titans fully professional card. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be tons of chaotic madness and poetic violence. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. We were talking beforehand as you chug that monster back. It's been like almost too long since the last fight card, and we got a little bit too long to go for the next one, but it's getting to that point where we're starting to get really fucking stoked.
And I'm
1
stoked. Yeah, 1 month. I'm stoked. Christian Akavaria. And I know I butchered your name, but he's brand new to Cage Titans, making his Cage Titans debut on the day card. So shout out to Christian. Thank you for watching, Christian. And I'm super excited. I got his picture today, so we'll be posting up his fight banner soon. Yeah, man, 1 month away. Jesus. It's almost here. It's almost here. Tonight we got a great show. We got teammate of yours, the Meat Grinder. Last week, so the Meat Grinder doesn't like to talk, but Johnny promised us we would have an appearance from the Meat Grinder, Kristina Katsikis. Then later on tonight we have G Titan, the Mike Taylor. G Titan, I think is his nickname, or Titan Mike Taylor.
Yeah.
And then we have his opponent, Andrew Valdina, the Gladiator. So we got a Titan, we got a Gladiator, and we got a Meat Grinder. So without further ado, let's bring the Meat Grinder in.
There she is. What's going on, KK?
Oh, shit. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can. What's happening? Welcome back to the Table Titans.
Oh, Johnny, it was nice seeing you tonight.
What's up? How you doing? They miss me on Mondays.
You know, listen, we got to hang out with Johnny on Mondays. Is that okay? Can you let us borrow him for a little bit?
Yeah, it's fine, I guess.
What do you guys got?
Audio, that's
Potato?
really bad.
Yeah, you got very bad names. And that's all right.
What do you say? I can't.
Are you on the Wi-Fi?
What did you say? I don't know. Yeah,
you on the
yeah, but it's
Wi-Fi?
the new Wi-Fi, and it keeps going up for some reason.
All right, sorry. We can hear you at least. It's been a while since you've been out of the cage. How excited are you to finally get somebody? This is an opponent that you were supposed to be fighting before, and she fell through a damn roof in her barn. But it's been a long journey. That's a different story for your opponent. But for you, what's this journey being out of the cage so long and finally getting back in there after a long time off?
Well, first thing, I should have had you text her earlier telling her to stay off the roof leading up to this fight because I'm kind of concerned she's going to fall off again. But other than that, I don't know. It's been just training. Like, I feel like I've been training for a fight for the past year. I've had like 3 fights fall through. So I don't know. Just been doing the same thing. Are we still on? Because I can't see anything.
You're good. You're good.
There we
You
go.
need to zoom in.
There's just a little
Okay.
delay because your internet is low.
Thanks, Joe.
But so
Hey, we got a new one.
well, back in the backwoods of Rockland, it's how's training going, and how have you stayed motivated in this time? You know, when it looked like you had fights, then they fell off or whatever. Like, you know, how do you stay motivated when it's like a lot of up and down? Am I fighting? Am I not fighting? And all that.
I've been losing my shit. You can ask Danielle. I've been going insane. There'll be like a week where like, all right, I have to like relax because I'm gonna lose my shit because I don't know. You have like hardcore training, and then all of a sudden your fight falls through. It's like, fuck, now what? And then you just start doing it again, and just keep doing all the tournaments and trying to stay as active as possible. But it's been real rough the past year. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. My last question before I turn it over to the boys. Congratulations. You got inducted into the Hall of Fame for St. Anselm's over the weekend.
Yep, I've never been more nervous in my life.
Really?
Yes.
What brought about the Was the induction? I heard you had to give a speech.
Yep, that was the speech. It was horrifying.
That's what made you nervous? You're about to fight in front of Plymouth Memorial Hall.
Dude, my coach said that too. She actually told everybody on the meat grinder, and one of the guys in the audience Googled me, and he goes, "Her face shows up. It's true." And I'm like horrified because I'm at a Catholic school, and they're talking about the meat grinder. I think my face probably turned red at that moment.
Hey, it happens. I mean, did anybody ask you where that nickname came from?
No, and if they did, I would have just made Zach stand up in the audience and explain because he was there.
Oh, so you would have made him do the public speaking instead?
Oh, 100%. I would have directed it towards him.
Oh, he might have fainted.
Probably.
It's kind of funny, like you guys have the title, like which one of you guys hate social media more and talking more, you or him?
I don't mind social media, but talking, yeah, I don't like talking. I'd rather be like, I don't know, I guess getting punched in the face than talking.
There you go. All right, what do you got? I said I was done. I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What do you guys got for questions?
All right. Questions. How's the training been going with this guy? You've been missing him out on Mondays. I see you got Danielle, the Dark Horse Heinley there. What's going on? But with the layoff, from your perspective, how's she looking? Both of your perspectives. You guys have been training with her for the past year, seeing the fire and whatnot. But
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the return. I think that KK is someone who still hasn't even completely shown who she really is in the cage yet. And I'm looking forward to her having that opportunity, especially the way that she's been trained. And I feel like her submissions and her striking is really coming along in a way that, it's likely she won't be displaying one of those things, either hurting someone with her strikes or, squeezing the life out of them in some way. So we'll see, though.
Well, Danielle, your other training partner, she's there. She's just there for moral support.
I was going to direct all my questions to her. She was my agent, but she's not really talking, so. Yeah.
she's part of the club with you and DSAB when it comes to the public speaking, being a fan of.
I hate this shit.
What was the gist of your speech? Give us a little gist of your speech.
Oh, I had my sister's fiance write it for me 5 minutes before I stood up there. And I basically literally just said thanks to everybody, and that was it. Literally, that's all I said. The guy, after I got off the stage, the guy goes, "KK, you're officially inducted in the Hall of Fame for the shortest speech in Hall of Fame history." And honored.
I would say, listen, that sounds like 2 Hall of Fame inductions in one. So, like,
right.
I mean, hey, you got 2.
Will the post-fight speech or interview go longer than the Hall of Fame speech?
Wait, I didn't discuss any post-fight speeches here. This was never in the contract, but I don't know. We'll deal with that when it comes.
Finishes
Yeah.
get interviewed. So if you finish, you gotta do an interview. So be prepared.
There you go. So, give us a little background on your sporting history. So this was with field hockey, correct?
Yeah. Yep, for field hockey. Was the first field hockey player ever inducted in the Hall of Fame, actually. So that was kind of cool.
Oh, wow. Sheesh.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you were a field hockey player at St. A's, also in high school as well?
Yeah, but this was just for St. A's. Yeah. Had a 69 game career, and I'm not making that number up. That's apparently the legit number it was.
Meat grinder 69.
How did you get up there with a straight face and acknowledge that?
I did it. I was dying laughing in the back when they were saying my stats. I literally am like, oh my God, I'm probably going to pee my pants right now. Yeah. And then the fact that she mentioned meat grinder like 3 times and the fact that I have a fight coming up, I'm like, this couldn't be more awkward. There's like monks on the side and they're just all staring at me. I'm like, oh my God.
Sell those tickets.
Yeah. How many of them are coming to Cage Titans now?
Well, a lot of my family was there, so a bunch of them will be.
Nice. And you had some nice support from DSAB and your cousin's, his girlfriend Steph, right?
Yep.
Nice.
I don't even know. I glance over the card, but are anybody else from South Shore fighting on this day night doubleheader? Or are you
The solo act.
I mean, it'd be nice if Johnny got a fight on there. I don't know what's going on there.
We are
Nice.
You never know. You never know. We got some things in the works. I mean, Cupcakes likes to just be sporadic. So I think we're just gonna maybe one day just
Free spirit.
Just look at him getting all chuckly.
I know.
Yeah, we've noticed that.
so yeah, we'll see what happens. I know he's got a couple things in the work. He made some headlines this weekend too, trying to get himself a fight. So yeah, we'll see what happens. It might be a cupcake sighting in the future. For sure. What about you, Dark Horse? What are you there? I see you over there.
What? Bill's been trying to get her a fight.
Oh yeah, nice.
Nobody likes saying yes yet, though. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, I gotta say, I've said this so many times that if I never match a women's fight or a men's heavyweight fight ever in my life again, that would be like they're so difficult because the pool of athletes at those the weight classes in any weight class in women's, but in addition to heavyweights or light heavyweights, it just sucks because as you know, you've gone on this roller coaster with us, and Danielle, I've been going through it with her for so many years. It's like you work so hard to get somebody to say yes. They say yes, and then all along if they end up having anything happen, the chances are slim to none. You're going to find another person to step in. So it's such like a tightrope walk when you match those weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
So, thanks for the.
Are you guys gonna do more training right now after this?
Yes, we actually have to do a lot of it.
Oh, well,
Yeah, they start at inconvenient times.
Yeah, I have like MMA round scheduled, but then this started a half hour late.
hey, let's run MMA time. Well, then we won't hold you long. I know we got Valdina in the wings.
Where's the puppy at?
He's in the car. He's waiting. He can't come in until after I'm done training because he's a distraction.
Well, we won't try to force you to talk much more, but if you have any parting words for anybody,
Shout outs or sponsors or anything.
any words for your opponent.
Actually, I got a question. Am I allowed to have Brody corner me at the Cage Titans?
That is a negative.
Cage
We're
Titans.
gonna win.
Does he have one of those like doggy, tags?
I mean, hold on. Would that count as your third corner?
like an anxiety
He,
dog?
he actually is a emotional support, but I kind of got it illegally. Actually, I shouldn't be saying that online, but I got that offline, so it's not really legal.
It's funny because I obviously with Coops, I've had people come in and they have the vest, and I'm like, listen, I know you bought that online. That's not legit. You can't.
So it won't work if I go there.
I don't know. The social media guy,
Social
Nick's
media.
here, and he's giving me big thumbs up because for him, he could see that being a big spot on
that was
social media. So I will. I'll promise you this: if I'll see what I can do. I'll make some calls to the commission, and if you're serious about it, maybe we can. The one thing
Maybe you can just take my spot.
Maybe weigh-ins because he might get too excited when I'm in the cage. So
yeah, so that would be concern. People who have dog allergies, like if you couldn't be in the locker room, that would probably be a concern.
yeah.
But I mean, if a walkout, like mascot to walk you out, if somebody was able to take him off to the side and think about it. I wouldn't be opposed to having him walk out with you. That'd be kind of cool.
All right.
You have to have somebody that is it him? So I keep saying
Yeah.
him. Okay, so take Brody when you get down to the bottom of the stairs, and then maybe kind of I don't want to because I'm not an animal person. Everybody that knows me, I'm not really an animal. Tie him off outside. I don't know. Is that appropriate to say tie him off
Yeah,
outside?
it's fine.
But yeah, if somebody brought him off to the side and tied him off,
That'd be so funny.
He can grease you with kisses. That's what-
He is. His face is on my shirt, so.
yeah. So all right, I'm down with it. I think I'm down with it. And Nick said he's down to get some photos and get some viral videos out.
That's an early walkout of the year right now.
That would be pretty badass. We did do walkout of the year this year, and that will be up again. So I'm not an animal person, so it's not like it's but.
Listen, you broke the law and shut all the lights down in the building for books. Let the damn dog in. All right.
All right, fine. If
Let
you
there be
figure it
good
out,
boys.
the only part would be to figure out once you get to the bottom where he would go. If you figure that part out, we'll make it happen. Deal?
All right. I like it.
Deal. All right.
Do I have to change my song though? To Who Let the Dogs Out?
I mean, we don't take the song until weigh-in day, so you have plenty of time to think about it. So, I mean, I'm not but you know what you can do is I bet you can connect with Adam Russell, or even Richie Santiago. He's a DJ, and have them remix, Who Let the Dogs Out, and then what's your normal song that you come out to?
Really?
You're Loved by the Outfield?
So then it could transition into that, maybe
Yeah.
something like that. So like the first thing you see is like, who let the dogs out? And then boom, the dog comes out. And then like as you get to the top of the stairs, the beat changes and then goes into your song. I like that.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
This is awesome.
Breaking
We're
news.
planning
on table
everything.
signs.
It's all part of the show. And at Cage Signs, we want you to have fun. And you know, it's
your
entertainment. Live your dream. If your dream is to walk out with your dog, I was a little
You got a
iffy at
pet
first.
goat,
We'll make it
You
happen.
got a cat, you got a parrot, we'll make it
I was
work.
iffy for 2 seconds.
Yeah, I was iffy for 2 seconds. I'm like, it's cool. Danielle, you probably walk out with a cat. You have cats, right, Danielle?
Dude, I have a cat named Titan. Hello. He was found on Table Titans the day that I did my interview on Table Titans.
You don't
Yes.
remember?
I remember. Yeah, you like. Yeah, I remember. Trust
She
me. I
really
remember.
found him outside.
His name is Titan. Jesus Christ.
So, all right. So if you fight again, we will have you come out with Titan. I love it. I love it.
I'll think about it.
You think about it? Like, you
Scratch
have
the
to,
shit out of me, but
will she like perch on you?
Danielle has
Will it, like
cat
perch? Will it
it's a
perch
boy.
on your shoulder?
He identifies as a male.
So it's a male or female?
Male.
So he identifies as a male. So that would mean he's a male, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you call him a girl, but that's fine.
Someone get a goldfish bowl.
I just think of cats as girls. I'm like, listen, I'm totally like living in the 40s. It's like a cat's a girl, a dog's a boy. So I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, they do make like sweatshirts with like the pouch that you can put the cat in, so I could do that.
Dude, I was just thinking it'd be cool, like have it like perched on your shoulder, like a pirate. Yeah, like just perched.
Yeah, and
Don't
then
cats kind of go around
Phil,
your back,
and
like
then Phil turns on the lasers and it just starts going ape shit, climbing all over the place.
I can see Johnny doing that.
Brilliant idea.
all right, let's think this one out. All right. Well, we got KK walking on the first ever dog walk. K Shi's March 18th. We won't keep you too much longer. I know you got to train, so thank you so much for your time. And yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Looking forward to calling the fight next month.
Perfect.
All right,
What do you think? So that's a cool idea.
The dog walk
Like
out?
the
Yeah,
dog-
I'm
I think it's
totally on
Johnny,
board.
you're a dog guy.
I like it.
Yeah, Johnny's an animal
Totally,
lover.
totally on board.
All right,
Totally
Nick.
on board.
Nick gave me the
Wide,
thumbs up. We'll get that
As
on
long as the
camera.
building's cool with it, I mean, that's
I
really
mean, if
ultimate
it
say.
has the vest.
the vest.
Yeah, you gotta ask. You can't ask.
Yeah, you can't ask. Actually, so the story that I was saying, that the lady actually showed up with a dog, and I knew it wasn't, but like we were friends with her, so like I actually said, "Oh, what's the dog?" For, and she's like, "You're not allowed to ask me that." And I was just like, "Oh, like I know we're not allowed to ask, but like we're kind of friends, so like I thought it was like cool, whatever." But it was, no, because I think she knew that I knew it was bullshit. The vest that she just bought at like freaking on the dollar store or
And
something.
she was not gonna.
But I wasn't even about that. Anywho, I digress. We got the gladiator himself, Andrew Valdina, on, and he's ready to jump in. So what's going on, my man? And we cannot hear you.
I'm just messing with you. How you
You
I've been waiting to do it for a solid 30 minutes.
motherfucker.
We could have restarted it for a fourth time on delay in between guests. But no, good. Well played. Well played.
Well played for sure. I was gonna say, you spent all this time getting your whole studio with
Yeah,
all
look at
your
that.
pictures in the background, and you couldn't figure out your microphone. I was gonna bust your balls.
Listen, this wasn't all done tonight. You kidding me? But yeah, we're good to go.
He's been building up for this moment. Forgot to turn the microphone on.
No,
I
no.
didn't buy that.
So what do you think? Did you I saw you in the waiting room. You heard a little bit. What do you think of a dog walkout?
Oh man, I was cracking up, kind of like just thinking of like all the things that you guys are saying. And first of all, congrats to Kristina for getting in the Hall of Fame. That's actually pretty sweet. Good for her. But yeah, the dog walk would be just legendary. You know, that'd already be a contender for walkout of the year with what's his name, Captain America. There, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that was a good. Captain America is fighting on this card earlier in the night.
I
Like-
saw
Yeah,
you. You that yet or like who's he fighting?
he is fighting Jake Hicksenbaum out of Bone MMA. He's 2-0, so two guys 2-0 going at it. It should be an amazing fight. These guys are and Muse is pumped up to kind of like he kind of took that fight on like a couple days notice. It was kind of more that he wanted to take that fight to bring some awareness to veterans, and then it kind of bit him. The bug kind of bit him. And he's like, "Yo, Larry, he's known about this fight. He can prepare for this fight. You know, all of his military people are on board for him fighting. So he's stoked to be able to put on a good show."
Nice.
What's your animal of choice?
Like to have as a pet?
Yeah. Are you a dog guy, cat dog? You fish? What are you?
And like, I don't like cats much. I don't trust them. You know, they're unpredictable. I like dogs a lot. I like my favorite dog I've ever had, and it's miniature Schnauzer. It's just an unbelievable dog. It's like a mini adult. So his name was George, R.I.P. But now when it comes to cats, someone just said a pretty good quote about a cat. Like cats don't do anything. Cats just like go around to annoy you and stuff. Dogs have uses. You know what I mean? Like they can hunt, they can do things. Like cats don't do anything.
Oh, I don't know. Tell that to.
Hold on.
Brought up
Nick's-
many
Nick-
corpses of
Are you
little
coming
critters.
in?
Nick's got a finger up. He has something to say.
No. Hold on, Johnny. Move for 1 second. 1 second. No, cats do serve a utility. They rid your house of vermin because no mice will come into your house. That's why we have domesticated cats. They do serve a purpose. What are you talking about? And also, dogs are needy bitches.
Oh,
Go on.
Hey, I just found the biggest cat advocator in the freaking East Coast. Sorry, Nick.
Listen, I
wow,
got
hot take from Nick. He's all quiet over there, and he's just like, you hit a nerve with Nick.
I did. Now I know how to attack him if I ever need to. Right there.
I had a couple of mice one year. Had a cat. She decapitated a few of them. They haven't been back. That's it. She just.
I had an
Vicious
apartment
little
in
thing.
Boston, just fucking dating myself 20-something years ago, and we had a cat, and it would bring dead like rats.
Mhm.
And we'd come out to our front door,
Yep.
and it'd be on our doormat when we came out in the morning. Like,
That's a sweet gift.
that's a gift. Exactly. It's a gift.
Look what I did. Look what I did.
Guys, you guys are all like, you like cats and dogs, or do you have to?
Oh yeah, I love dogs too, but
This is
cats.
the
Cats
Discovery
the
Channel.
shit, man. I love my cat.
I'm neither. I have a dog. I got a little hot dog, but I just am not an animal person because I didn't grow up with animals. So like I just am kind of the whole thing. Just like I don't want my dog laying in my bed and like they don't wash their feet or their ass and like I don't know. Just the whole thing about animals is weird to me.
Their ass.
Cool. Then you're gonna let your animal lick your face after he licks it ass.
You got strong, good bacteria in its mouth.
Did you let your dog lick your face?
No, no chance.
Do you let your dog sleep in your bed?
Oh yeah, of course. It's different. It's different. It's different.
That is different.
George. I don't know. Man.
George.
There you
Bugs
go.
love.
Anyways, Johnny's a big animal person.
love animals, yeah.
He's like letting it lick his face and all kinds of. I'm like, dude, this is disgusting.
John
Oh.
in the dog's face.
Not surprised.
Totally flip the script.
All day.
But anyways, enough about animals. You got a big fight taking on the Titan Mike Taylor. Hopefully, we're going to get him on later on tonight. What excites you about this matchup with Mike Taylor?
So Mike Taylor, just another one of those guys, man, that he just shows up to fight anybody, and that's who I've been running into. The past two, few fights at least, even into the amateurs. I feel like I fought everybody that's just a dog, just steps to play at any time. So nothing new to me in that regards. To have someone that just loves to fight, I actually love that. I hope he's training really hard and really motivated because I'm excited for it, and he should be too. But no, he's a long, lanky southpaw. Regardless, he switches stances here and there. That's what he is at heart, is a long, lanky southpaw. I fought him in the past. That type of style. The one that comes to mind is that Arthur fight for the title. He was a long, lanky southpaw as well, and I actually had a lot of trouble with that. So I think from like a fan's point of view, it's going to be really fun to watch. Stylistically how I pair up in the pro ranks now at this point. Having over a year to redeem myself for those long, lanky southpaw types and stuff. So I've made all the corrections in the world for this type of kid. And I'm gonna go right through him as always. The Army's gonna be in Plymouth 100%, and I'm gonna finish him.
Finish him. All right, expanding upon that. What round?
Well, I usually do get the predictions, but I actually don't have a certain round. I don't think it goes past 2, but like I can't give a spot on prediction, man. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely finishing him. No third round at all.
All right, cool. Yeah, because you had a prediction. They were calling you Mystic Valdina not too long ago. Didn't you call your shot? Was it your pro debut?
The pro debut I did with Rob Fuller, I said first round submission. And then the second fight I just had against Basler, I said it was going to be the second half of the first round by submission. So that's pretty wild.
Nice. Like I said, we're going to have Mike Taylor on in a few. He just actually tuned in. So, any words for your? Would you guys mind? We can bring you both in at the same time. You guys cool with that?
Is he here?
Bring him on.
Oh, hey, there
That
we
was
are.
fast.
We got a Table Titans face-off going.
Yo.
Awkward.
Taylor, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining the show tonight. What do you got going on today?
Nothing much. I just got done training. I'm just chilling. I'm tired.
Yeah, there you go. Good. That's what, so I don't know how much you heard, but, Valdina was saying that, you're a type of guy that fights anyone, all comers, and he enjoys that challenge, being able to fight guys like yourself. What are you looking forward to in this matchup with Valdina?
I appreciate. Thank you, Valdina. Yeah, I've watched Valdina's fights. Yeah, he's really a very skilled opponent. I'm not expecting anything easy at all, actually. I don't even know where to start. I don't know if I want to grapple or strike. I don't know. You're pretty good everywhere, bro. So I'm ready for you. Or try to be as much as I can.
You're good shit. I'm looking forward to this one a lot. I got a lot of respect for you. Anyone I've talked to, they said they like you. So I feel like you're a pretty respectable guy. Everything. But just come ready, man, because I'm coming at you full force.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready, bro. Same thing to you. Vice versa.
So it's going to be Valdina's got some intense walkouts and stare-offs, and Mike Taylor, you're always grooving and dancing, and you just really own into the moment. It's going to be like a complete contrast of styles when you guys are facing off for the last time in that cage before. But I can't wait to see the fireworks that both of you guys bring. You're both bringing a kill or be killed attitude out there. I know you've done your homework and you're.
Yeah, guys hear me?
Yeah.
I just missed everything you said. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what just happened.
Oh, Andy was just saying that he's excited because you guys both bring some exciting styles and things like that. And
the
walkouts. It's so funny because you got Taylor, who's in there all smiles,
dancing,
doing the dance. He does that same. Yeah, can we get a little dance, Taylor? Give us a little dance.
Preview.
Can we get a preview of the dance?
Dance for us, please.
Dance.
Yeah, I got more moves. I'm thinking. I don't know if I should switch up the cha-cha or keep it. You know what? I'm gonna go wherever my soul starts swinging is where I'm gonna start. Then put my moves out there. I can't give you all my moves in one walkout. I gotta switch it up sometimes. Bring out more excitement.
Valdina, your walkout is totally different. What's your mindset for your walkout? Because you're like, screaming, pounding on your chest. Like a Valdina walkout is like no other, full of intensity, totally different. What's your mindset through your walkout?
Mike, man, I feel like you kind of say this because I get where you're coming from. You keep bringing up this pounding, but like, I don't do that anymore. I would shut down from doing it at a face-off or something like that if someone could get in my face. But like in the ring these days, I'm pretty calm, cool, collected, and the mindset. I just enjoy the whole thing, because I only get so many walkouts in a career. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm just dialed in. I don't do any of that shit anymore.
Whoa! You do this. We have pitches. Don't you do this right here?
No, that's just, that's a little different.
You do the pound on the chest.
Maybe this fight I'm going to give a little of this or something. I don't know.
Oh man! All right, because I was gonna say I know the pitches and I know you do this, so Anyways, what do you got for him, Johnny? You got both guys.
Yeah, both guys. I'll go same question. What can I expect to see that's going to be improved? Not necessarily individual skills, but as far as who you are as a fighter. What am I going to see in March that I can tell that it's improved? What are you guys working on? More so than just your fighting skills, but what's underneath that, like the person that you are.
Go to the one person first. Why don't we go to Mike, and then we'll go to Valdina.
Oh, well, as far as an improvement, you said, I don't know. I just always try to actually just improve everything. What sucks about me in general, I feel like, is that sometimes I feel like I don't got, like, I'm not no lay down. I don't come to just collect a check. I actually try to come and really compete. And it sucked my last fight with Cam Arnold because, I just thought I was just so physically ready. I don't know if I was because I was overconfident or I don't really know, I don't even know how much I could have really improved for that training camp. But it sucked though because I got clipped early in that round, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, Like, I really trained for this, and I really didn't put on the performance that I know I can do. I'm 1,000 times better than what happened on that day. So if I don't even pull a victory, my thing is that I just want to just perform and just show that whole arena that I am a great fighter, that I've been doing this, that I want to keep doing this, and and I'll pull that victory through. If not, then I'll just a good entertaining fight. I know Valdina's gonna bring it, so I just want to just be able to just bring it just as bad as he wants to bring it, just as bad as everybody wants to win. And as far as an improvement, I just want to improve my striking, improve my wrestling, everything. There is no one thing you can just work on in this game. So it's just all in general.
Same to you, Valdina.
I dig it.
Some good stuff.
The hell.
That's good. That's good.
No, you, Joe. Don't be muting my mic, Joe. But no, that's a good answer, Michael. But no, for this fight, obviously, you have to adapt every single time for a fight. From the ground game to the stand up, everything in between, I'm going to be incrementally increasing each fight. That's a given. You guys see in my past, all my fights, I've never come back like a worse fighter or even a, stagnant fighter. Always been slightly better. And I don't plan to stop doing that at any point in my career. So just expect everything that you saw in that last fight, but even better. And then mentally, I'm just going to be confident, dialed in. You're going to see a mature Valdina where he comes out, fucking everything's mature. The economic round and pound like last time. Solid stand exchanges. Anywhere I'm going to bring this fight, it's going to be dominant. And I can't wait.
My last one before we let you go, because we're going to give Mike some time. What's something that I don't want to say nervous about, but something that stands out to you about your opponent, Mike Taylor, that has you keeping an extra eye on?
What gets me nervous about Mike Taylor?
Yeah, get nervous or something that he does pretty well, that you're kind of like, okay, I gotta, maybe I guess I'm trying to have you give him a compliment.
I've been complimenting him before he got on here. I was saying that he's a good shit, he's a respectable guy, something like that. I like that he shows up every single fight, and I think that's probably what he does. I think the thing I can talk about the best in a complimenting way is that he does show up every single time, ready to go, regardless of who's in front of him. He's gonna bring it. Like he's been saying in his answer that last one. No disrespect to you, Mike. I think you're a good shit, like I just said a few times, but I just know that I'm better, and it's gonna go down the way I see it. But hey, stay healthy, get to the fight. I appreciate you taking the fight, and I'm not taking you lightly at all. Don't think anything I'm saying means I'm taking you lightly, because I'm not. I'm taking you as if I'm taking a world champ right now. So I hope you do the same.
All right, Mike, what do you got to say, brother?
I'm absolutely not going to be easy. I respect that. I know you're a demon savage beast, Mr. Valdina. I expect every ounce of fight in you. I expect a dog fight. I hope I knock you out real early. I hope you make a mistake. I hope you slip or something. I hope you I don't know. But I'm trying to go in there just as heavy as you, bro. So I have much respect to you, and you know what? I'm gonna be respectful the whole time, win or lose, in defeat, in victory. So stay healthy to you. Stay strong until I see you, bro.
Awesome. So thank you, Mike. Stick right around with us, Mike, because we're gonna wrap it up with Andrew, and then we're gonna come back to you for a couple minutes.
And
Gotcha.
Valdina, man, thank you again for the support in advance.
Valdina, my question to you, if we can bring you up full screen, just because I'm a marketing guy, what's your favorite poster behind you?
Oh man, that's a good one. I think one of my favorites is the one that you fucked up with, honestly, and you made too big of one, like this one here.
Yeah.
You fucked up. You made that too big, but we all lucked out on that night.
Wow.
So either that one or I don't know. I think this one's pretty cool, honestly. This one here, where you have all the cards mixed in.
All right, cool.
Cam Arnold's pretty cool. That should be me though, but that's a pretty cool one too.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks, Valdina.
I had a question for Johnny though. I saw you had a gallon right there instead of a brew. Are you getting ready for a fight or what?
I'm hoping so. I'm crossing my fingers for maybe even on the 18th. So.
All right. Sorry, I just need to ask that real quick. I wanted to ask earlier.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Have you guys fought on the same card before?
I don't think so.
We had to have at some point, man.
I would think so.
How many fights is this for you, Valdina? Because
This is about to be my 10th.
10
This is
cage
double
fight. Okay.
digits.
Wow, big one for you. Because I was looking earlier. Johnny's in the lead with 24. Peter Barrett's right behind him with 23 cage titans. Lifetime.
And Pete's on this next.
Pete's
one.
on this one, yeah.
Interesting.
And fun fact, one of Pete's fights was on the CES Cage Titans combo card.
Okay.
So we could maybe say he's 22 and a half.
We'll give him the full.
All right.
It's almost like a Jim Miller, Joe Lozon like competition of how many fights you have in UFC type of thing. Like you got Titans. It's pretty cool.
For sure. All right. Well, Valdina, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining
Thanks for
us.
being on.
And we'll see you again in a few weeks.
We'll see you
Take
Saturday.
care, bro.
Saturday at the comedy show.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring Mike in because you know, we were talking about trying to get you on the show, and you have your kids. Being a dad and being a fighter, like what's that been like? And how do you juggle both of them, and how does that work out for you? Because you hear a lot of moms out there raising kids and things of that nature, and like here you are as a dad, just doing your thing. And I'm super proud that you do. As a father of 5 myself, to see what you're doing with your kid. It makes me happy. So I want you to kind of talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. Because it's not only just I gotta have the kids too. I also work too. So I feel like it's kind of a lot of stuff cuts in a lot of time. We're training, getting me prepared for these moments and stuff. But if it comes down to it, like my daughter's always been around me, always been around the training and stuff. Like I've always brought her to the gym with me in case. I have a son too. It's kind of hard bringing him. He's different than my daughter. He really wasn't around the gym and stuff like that. His mom doesn't want him around all the sweat and all that shit. She's like a clean freak. So it's like I really can't do too much, but I'm getting them into a point where one day I can just take them and they'll be so content at all being at the gym. And sometimes I even bring my daughter with me to work if it's really that serious. So I just do whatever I can whenever I can when I have them. I have my daughter full time, and my son, I see him like 2 to 4 days out of the week. He spends night with me, so it is difficult.
Yeah, man, that's stood up for me because obviously we've known each other for a little while through the fight game, and we follow each other, and I see that you have one of your kids full time, and it's like number one, you don't see that a lot for dads, and I like it makes me happy to see a dad being able to have that full time with their kids because it's not something you see often, and it intrigues me how you're able to balance it because I don't know. Sometimes I feel like men don't get that light, and I'm not trying to go dark or mean, but it's just like
True.
It's just the truth that you don't see.
Oh
men,
yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, I see you, Mike. You bring the whole kit and caboodle with you to all the events. You got the whole family.
Listen, I got 5.
Dang, Mike. You got 4 of them. Right? You got 4 kids, huh, Mike?
I got 5, my man. I got
God. Bless your soul.
I know 19 all the way down to 3. But no, that's like me. Like I'm a softie for people with their kids, and I love kids. And, I remember when we were trying to schedule an interview, you're like, man, I got my daughter. Like, I don't know if I can do it. And I was like, we'll work around your schedule. And it's just like, you got bedtimes, stuff like that. Trust me, man. It's hard. It's hard for women too. So I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm not trying to say anything about women. I'm just saying it was something that in your personal life. And what I love about Table Titans is that people see you as the fighter inside the cage on fight night. They have no clue who you are outside the cage. And I know that how important your kids are to you. So I thought it'd be nice to bring to light.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mike. Yeah. Woo. One day, out of all this, maybe my daughter might actually end up being like a super good champion fighter. It'll all be worth it at the end, no matter what. She'll be knocking dudes out.
So you've also been dabbling, before we let you go, you've been dabbling in the boxing world. How is that helpful inside the cage? Is it just more reps and you like the reps and you look at those as sparring opportunities? Like what's the boxing world been like, and how's that
Fighting
carrying
some big guys, I
Yeah,
would say, too,
I know.
by the way.
ended up just doing. I don't know what I even like better. I feel like I like MMA better just because like MMA is that just to me is just like, okay, I can beat you. I can beat you. If I can beat you in the cage, I can beat you no matter what. And boxing's more of a, I feel like it's more of a thing, like it's more of a pride thing. If maybe I might use the wrong word. It like more of a, it means something to beat somebody with your hands, just only your hands. And my grandfather likes it a lot too. But I actually started competing heavily in boxing, I think. But it's good. I mean, it's good stand-up cardio. It helps me get ready on my feet. It like keeps my hands crispy, really.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like it's a 3-minute rounds for boxing. So to me, I feel like it's 5-minute rounds professionally. So MMA might be harder on the cardio for me.
Yeah.
But it depends on what kind of fight it is. So, but it all helps each other hand in hand. I think it all helps each other. All combat sports link together, like jujitsu. If you're just doing jujitsu competitions, it'll help you for your fight. Like it all helps each other.
Nice.
So
Nice.
you like keeping them all mixed up. You like getting into the grappling competitions, taking some boxing fights, and blending them all for these opportunities. Because you just fight savage after savage and big names up from the Hokobo Vito fight, which I still hold in high regard.
Yeah, I fought Nate Balkin last. Oh man, I was trying to take his head off. God, I was trying so hard, y'all. I was trying. He wouldn't stop coming. I was trying. I hit him with every punch in the book. It was a savage fight, but they gave it to him.
I know we talked that night. That was a pretty close decision, wasn't it?
Yeah, but when they did it, I didn't agree. Maybe I don't take nothing away from his performance because I think maybe he outpointed me. I feel like, but the way they said it was like, what they say? It was like 39, 36 or some shit like that. And I'm like, man, that kind of sounds like you making it seem like he whooped my ass, and he didn't really whoop my ass. I was hurting that man. It kind of bothered me, like 36, 30, 39, 36. Ugh. That's some bullshit.
How do you
But
think
it is whatever. Like, it was a good fight.
How do you think that you might take Valdina out on the 18th? If you're going to make that happen, how do you foresee that happening?
Say that one more time. I didn't catch it.
If you're able to succeed and take out Valdina, how do you see that taking place?
I've been trying to work everything. I have like half people telling me stand with him. I got half the other people telling me I can wrestle him. I can take him down. I feel like I can wrestle this guy, but I'm not really but I don't know what to really expect. I won't know till like I grab his little punk ass like and figure it out.
Well, he's finishing you within 2 rounds. Let's hear your prediction.
Him finishing me? Oh, he's not finishing me. It's either we're gonna go. I'm gonna try to die before he finished me. We're gonna go all 3 of them rounds. If I don't take him out first, I don't know which round it might be in. But I ain't hearing that him finishing me. I'm tired of that.
All right. My last question. What is there any areas? You're very complimentary, but is there any areas that you think he has as a weakness that you can exploit?
I really didn't think about that. I feel like if Valdina does have a weakness, it might be a strength thing. Maybe he's not as good as wrestling as he thought. I seen him fight Rob Fuller. He had a really good shot, but I really couldn't judge off that fight too much. I actually watched 3 of his fights today.
Okay.
And it's not really. I really don't know where. And it's still like I don't know where I would go for it. I'm feeling it. I'm really just feeling it out from here. If I feel like I'm better on the stand up, I'm going for the shot. I know if I'm better at the stand up, pressuring him, he's gonna go for the shot. And then once we both get to the ground, it's just a matter of who can hold who down the longest. So if Valdina can't hold me down on the ground, then I pretty much think his wrestling and his grappling will be null void. If I'm having a hard time getting off on the ground, then I'm pretty sure he's not going to want to keep standing with me. He's going to probably try to keep it there on the ground. But, you know, a fight is a fight. You say it goes one way, and then that shit can go a totally different other way. And I'm just hoping everything just works out in my favor.
You know what? I know some people are in the comments being like, they wish you would just give a pit, like one way or the other. But I actually respect that because you're right. This is a sport. You don't know. And I kind of respect the hustle that it's like, however this fight goes, you're gonna, however you're feeling in the moment, you're gonna read and react. And I like that because sometimes people come in with tunnel vision and then something puts them off path and they can't really readjust. So I like that. I'm down with it. So that's all we got. I know you got the kids, so we'll let you run. Thank you so much. And I know one thing's for sure, no matter what happens on March 18th, you're going to be at the after party having a good time with all
Yeah,
of us.
I am. I'll be there. Ah.
All right, my man. Thank you so much, Mike, and have a great one.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks for coming
Thank you,
on,
man.
Mike Taylor. Looking forward to seeing you, Titan.
Dude, I you know what, Mike Taylor, he's had so many fun moments and people like, listen, everybody.
We gotta clip that when I get my hands on his bitch ass.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Nick's right here. Get that hands on that. Mike, we've had some fun times with Mike, and you know what it is that he just brings such a fun energy because he's just happy to be here, competing and doing his thing. You know, he's come to some after parties and after parties, so we got a chance to hang out with him late night after events, and he's just always smiling. He just loves being a part of the journey. You know, and you got guys who kind of give shit about people's records or things like that nature. It's like this kid.
He's coming to take you out.
He's coming to take you out. He's coming to have fun in the process. He's showing up. He's doing his thing, and he's enjoying himself doing it. And it's like, and I do see some people like,
People
oh,
sleep on his
wins
wrestling. People
and
sleep on his
losses, and
wrestling,
it's like
too.
he doesn't really care about wins and losses. He's just coming in there to compete and have a good time and test himself.
And you asked Valdina what's one thing that makes him nervous, and I think that if there's anything, it's that Taylor is kind of unpredictable, and sort of wild. Like he comes out against, what was it, Cam? I feel like he was jumping flying knees, and he was like just all in right away.
Mhm.
So it's hard to kind of game plan for
He
him.
was grappling with Jeff Joy for a bit until that went Jeff Joy's way. It was
He's got good
he's going to be
movement, he's
scrappy. He
fluid.
comes in friendly and happy, but Valdina's probably going to be in for a scrap here, and it's going to be just another quick test of Valdina's early pro career, and Mike Taylor's kind of already fought some solid 2-0 competition, 3-0 competition. He's been in this kind of situation before, so he's coming in with a little bit of a fire under his ass, especially talking to him about how he's hungry to show the crowd what he's got after that Cam Arnold fight too.
Yeah.
So Valdina is going to bring a loud crowd behind him. He has an entourage and a half that show up to support him, and Mike Taylor's going to be dancing on his way to all of them, hoping to silence their cheers.
Yeah.
And
I'm intrigued by that. I'm intrigued by the weigh-in because Mike brings that smiley energy, but you know Valdina like wants to get in your face.
Well, to be fair, Valdina was talking about how he's tamed it down a little bit. He did. He has. So I gotta say. So maybe we'll see Valdina.
I mean, maybe he's not running across the cage anymore, screaming in people's faces.
Yeah,
He said
But
maturity as far as one of the things that he had.
But him and Fuller are kind of going at it that weigh-ins.
Yeah, he's a nut. You know,
I mean,
I like Valdina.
I mean, like, listen, I love that about him. He's like, I'm not like that anymore.
It's multi-personality.
I'm pretty sure you do the chest pump.
He
and
after
raise.
his
He just did the
win. He on the mic. He like commanded his army to cheer one more time. I was like, did Valdina just go heel? So
he's like, you will cheer
yeah,
before
he's
me.
like, cheer again.
Oh,
he's a bad man. So.
Oh man. And anyways, I'm glad we got these people on because like we really never talked to KK.
Yeah.
And she doesn't
Simple.
talk much. She's a simple person. And Mike Taylor, I think that he's fun because you know we've never had a really chance to talk to him. He's just that
Where's he
guy
from?
that he's from New York.
Cortland, New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he usually trains out here, and then he spends the night. We train him home. Like you bring him to the train station. You know, he's hung out. He slept at my neighbor's house one night because we came to the after party, and him and his little brother. So yeah, man, he's just good people, and I like because you know, truth be told, he goes through a little bit of trouble with his kids and stuff like that. I know he's had some difficult times with them, and I see him keep persevering, and now he has her full time. So like, I don't know, that just stuck with me, something that he does, and it just. You know, he always has a smile on him. He always is happy, and he's always ready to go. You call
Even
him,
trying to take your head
you
off.
know, yeah, he's trying to take your face off, and he you know, you call him up, hey, I got to fight for you. He's cool. I'm like, you want to know the person? He's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, cool, whatever. You know, and it's just like he's just there to fight. So, and then Valdina, everybody knows Valdina, man. This kid just brings so much to Cage Titans and so much to the fans, and you know, it's going to be fun to see how he's progressed. I mean, 10 fights, he hit double digits.
Yeah, time. It's awesome.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was gonna say it felt like he had double-digit fights. So when he said 10, it makes sense.
Yeah. Went 4-3 as an amateur. Yeah, well, that kind
Yeah,
of
testing himself the whole time, you know, too.
Will Asian, we empathize. Now back to the good stuff. Hey, listen, man, I get it, but
Will Asian was going.
Will Asian hating on Mike Taylor. Mike Taylor's a good dude. You know?
We gotta hang out. We gotta
Yeah.
hang out.
Yeah, I bet if they hung out with Mike Taylor, he would have a good time. And
I'm sure he
Valdina,
would.
I bet you know Valdina and Mike Taylor are gonna have a couple beers together after the fight.
Oh, no doubt. They're gonna. We'll be
So
at the party.
Rob Pico will see you this Saturday night at the comedy show. Cheap plug. This Saturday night at Coop's Bar and Grill. Andy Kurz and company is back for Coop's Comedy Night. Lee Sayat.
The Flying Jew, Lee
I was not going to say
Sayat.
that word, but you're
Headline
good on that.
What?
It's her name.
Just-
It's her name.
I don't know. It just still seems weird.
I know, but if
Say-
my nickname was like the Flying Irishman, you know,
Okay, so you said it.
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say the Flying Jew, Lee Sayat?
I'm not
That's his
the.
nickname.
You're the MC.
Yeah, he's
You
his
have to
nickname.
say
It's the
it.
Flying Jew. That's like if Paul Craig.
The Flying.
It's like,
Jewish
I'm the bear
person.
Jew. He's the fighter.
I
Bruce
remember when we
Buffer
talked
calls him
about
bear,
the bear, and I was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable. And you're like, it's his nickname. I'm like, I still don't
the
feel
bear
comfortable.
Jew. It's
You,
like
you have to say people's names.
it's what's Jew? Like that's like the South Park episode. Is like, Carlton, did you just say the F word? What Jew? It's like no, it's.
But anyways, this Saturday night at Coop's Bar and Grill, Coop's Comedy back, hosted our Andy Kurz and company. Got Lee Sayat as the
Lee
headliner.
Sayat, yeah, he was the producer on the Church of What's Happening Now with Joey Diaz, and he's turned into a hilarious comedian as well. He's going to be closing out, but we got some guys from Rhode Island, some guys from Central Mass, from
You
Worcester
MC?
coming out. No, a friend of mine from Quincy, Chase Spillane, is going to be emceeing, doing a little set, and I'll probably do my set this time in as well, kind of like
Sweet,
last time.
sweet.
Having a couple other people come in to host.
So
and-
Coop's Bar and
Started
Grill
to-
on Facebook. We posted today with the Eventbrite for tickets. Andy, if you follow Andy on social media, and I say this all the time, you know, Andy is great add to our cage size community for everything he does for us fighters. And you know, here's a chance for you guys to come out and support him. Last show we had Connor Matthews, Don Shanis, Trevor Goody, Jared DeGangi, Andrew Jacobs. There's so many fighters. Johnny Cupsy, Chris
Ramo.
Martino, Ramo Cottarelli. They were all here.
Yeah.
This show, I know Valdina, you said, is coming. Old school cage titans, Brett Morris is quite coming, right?
Oh, is?
Yeah, and then Johnny Cupcakes will probably be here as well.
You never know
He's
who's
here
going
on
to show up.
Saturdays.
My old opponent, my first ever MMA opponent, Scott Sullivan's going to be swinging.
There's
through as
another
well,
cage
there's,
size
we got
fighter.
some- Yep.
And then superfan Rob Pico, producer Joe's raising his hand. He's going to be there. So we got all kinds of
He's
fun
coming
things
to the
going on.
comedy show on
He just
Saturday.
raised his hand. So yeah, so we got a big thing
Oh,
on
wow,
Saturday.
look at that.
This upcoming Saturday, February 25th, right?
Yep, February 25th. It's going to be a great time, man. It's and it just ask anybody that was at the last ones. It's they get funnier and funnier. I bring up a pretty decent lineup. It's another art form for like degenerates going
Who's
up
that
there
killer
taking
last
beatings. So it was a good time. And you've seen Lee before.
Yeah, he did a good job, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be on this one.
They get you belly laughing.
I'm not really an out loud laugher, I will admit. But yeah, I got some good ones. Last show was good. I'm looking forward to this one. I got to give a quick shout out. You guys were giving shout outs. I got to give out a shout out. I forgot his name, but I know he watches Table Tides. The guy who works at Nova Trampoline Park in Plymouth, Mass. I forget your name, but I was wandering around there today, and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, can I bother you?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you Michael from Cage Titans?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He's like, I'm such a fan. I've been a huge fan of the UFC my whole life. And I looked up local companies. I've been following you guys. He's from Bridgewater. He's never been to a live event. He's never trained or anything like that. Like, and he's just, and it was amazing because, like, you know, most of the guys at Cage Titans come because they know a fighter.
Yeah.
So then he's like, do you know the website Tapology? He goes, I vote on all your cards. And he was like really knowledgeable, but it was just so weird to me because most people that I run into is like, oh yeah, I train at this gym. That's how I know cage signs. Or like, oh, I'm friends with so-and-so fighter. That's how I know about cage signs. This kid was just like, yeah, I follow the UFC and then I found you guys as a local company. So shout out to my man. I don't remember his name and I had no tickets on him. I was like, I wish I had tickets. I would give him. I'm going to plan on coming. It's school vacation week. I'm probably going to be there again for my kids. So I'll definitely see you and I'll seek you out. So shout out to the kid because he did mention he watches Table Titans if you're watching tonight. That's it. That's probably him messaging me. No. You can put that in the comments too because I can see that. But no. So yeah, that's it. So shout out to my boy at Nova. What do you got, Andy?
Listen, I got nothing, man. I'm stoked for this weekend. I'm stoked for next month. I got a bunch of shit going on. It's good to be busy. It's good to be excited. It's been 6 weeks.
Oh,
since
breaking news! Sorry, I just, you know me, my mind. You know how my mind goes, right?
It kicks in, kids. Stay off the drugs.
Breaking news! I almost forgot. I already drank the Monster. I'm onto water now. So, unfortunately, last week's guest, we had Brody McDougal. He has an injury, and he will be pulling out of the title fight against Daniel Keepers.
That's not happy news.
That's not happy news.
said
But guess what?
Breaking news.
Breaking news. But guess what? If you remember on his segment, he was talking about a fellow 170 who was also part of Nostos, Kyle Hill, one of his best friends. Kyle had 2 belts. He's 4-0 as a 170.
Yeah, okay.
Brody's 3-0. Brody has 1 belt. He had 2.
They
do all their training together. But when Brody had to pull out, Kyle was going to go pro because he just got his 2nd belt and was 4-0 as a pro. He decided to stay amateur, and he is now taking on Daniel Keepers for the Cage Titans 170 title. His goal was to keep the belt. They thought Brody was going to win and bring the belt back to Nostos. They want the Cage Titans belt to come to Nostos. So Kyle Hill is forgoing his pro debut to step in and take on Daniel Keepers on March 18th during the daytime. So there you have it. Breaking news for you.
Wow. Love it. That's a cherry on top.
Remember they're talking like he was talking, like his partner in crime.
They're like brothers.
They train together. Were they a roommate?
They're
roommates,
they're not
you know.
roommates, but yeah, they're together like 6-7 days.
Yeah, and then, you know,
True
they,
romance.
Yeah,
yeah, and they were like, we're teammates. We were never fight. Like they had that like little fun competition.
Yep.
So yeah, man, I was kind of bummed out. Like, oh man, I guess we're not gonna get that fight. And
That's a real friend, you know.
yeah, man. So that's awesome. So that's some awesome news. Did we break the news about Earthquake and Shane Delahaye? I don't think we broke that last week.
You didn't even tell. I just found out about now.
So we teased it on social media, but there you go. Breaking news again. Sometimes it just goes spinning around in my head, and I got a lot of shit going on.
It happens.
Shane Delahaye from Triforce is now going to be taking on, not now, but he's been added to the card, and he'll be taking on Earthquake Aaron Tressel out of Sid Yatong. Aaron just picked up a huge stoppage victory at Combat FC. He's coming in on back-to-back knockout victories at Combat FC. He is jumping in the Cage Titans cage for the first time ever out of Sibiatong, Louisiana, as they call him, and as well as Earthquake is his nickname. Taking on Delahaye. You might remember Delahaye. He fought for the Cage Titans 70 title. He was in that banger of fight against Josh Smith. He went on and made his pro debut a few months ago at CES. He is returning to Cage Titans, and that's a huge 170 matchup taking place at Cage Titans night. So there's another fight for you.
That's awesome.
And a cherry on top of the cherry on top.
Well, you want more fights?
Do we have more?
I thought I announced every one, but those were just some that I didn't think I announced, or they swapped around. So yeah, unless you have a cherry on top to announce, I think I pretty much got all the ones.
I think we got all the cherries out.
GG.
Yeah, there we go. Also, another quick shout out to my boy Keegan Hornstra. He picked up a huge victory. He was taking on Sean Schubert. Shout out to both of them. Sean Schubert was scheduled for our Cage Titans card daytime. Unfortunately, he had to pull out. He lost the bout between him and Keegan. Both of them are friends of Cage Titans. Keegan and I wanted to give him that shout out. He's somebody that's been around probably 13, 14 years. Fought on Cage Titans 1. We were talking about that fight. He kind of had an upside down record in the MMA world, and but it was never indicative of his skill set. And he got some validation on his career by picking up that Muay Thai MMA glove title up in Vermont this weekend. Unfortunately, he beat a friend of ours as well, as Sean Schubert. But shout out to Keegan because he's been around for a long time, and his record always kind of hung over his head. He was like, it's not really who I am as a fighter. And I hate when people bring up my records. And now he finally got some shine. He got a belt, and you trained with him.
And he's looking for more, right?
Yeah, he actually already reached out. He's like, whoever Schubert's guy was, I will take him now. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll see what we can do. But anyways, so there you go. So that's something else. I think I'm pretty sure I announced every other fight. So you guys all know about him. Go ahead.
Why, want to go for another hour? Real
Nope.
quick?
Oh, no, I didn't want to go for another hour. I got more stuff to do. I got a bunch more graphics. Nick's been dropping all of our matchup cards this week. I think I just did, like 9 of them today. I got more coming. If you're a fighter and you're watching, send your picture to me immediately because we need pictures of you if you haven't fought for Cage Titans before. So if you fought for us, we got you. But if you haven't, we need pictures. Send them to me immediately so I can start rattling those off and getting them out. Tickets are pretty much in almost everybody's hands, or they're in the process of being overnighted. They'll have them in their hands because today was a holiday Wednesday. So hit up your favorite fighter for tickets, or you can go to cagetitans.fc.com for your tickets.
Thanks, everybody.
That's it. What do you got, Johnny?
That's it. Thank you.
That's it.
I look forward to it.
And tomorrow, hold on. My last part, TikTok Tuesday. What's my topic tomorrow?
With Ken?
Yeah, I wanted to tell everybody our topic. Oh, the ideal training schedule. Actually, we're going to go 5 more minutes on this. So part of our topics for TikTok Tuesday is when will the fight card be posted? John Valdina, the fight card is on Tapology. Tapology. Search out Cage Titans. The whole entire. They have it listed as 1 card, but obviously it's 2. So they have the whole fight card listed. So you can go to Tapology and you can also place your bets. And if you were at Nova with me today, that's what my little buddy did. Anyways, the ideal. We were talking about MMA as a sport rule set or as an individual style. We kind of got off that topic. Then we were like, well, how often should you be training? What days of the week? Like, how often should you be doing striking? How often should you be doing just jujitsu? How often should you be blending it all? So that's going to be our topic tomorrow. Johnny, obviously a longtime fighter. What's your thoughts on that?
I think that it has evolved into its own style.
Yeah.
That would be probably hard to deny. Things that get done in the cage that are successful get used again and again. We see things like the calf kick, or the Superman punch, or you watch wrestling. How many high level wrestlers do you see in the UFC? And then most of the takedowns are double legs into the cage. Really, it's like you don't see a whole lot of crazy high level wrestling stuff. So I think it's definitely taken all of the most optimal techniques in most cases from every art, and it's kind of blended it into this style of its own. And then because it's such a huge thing, you can have individuals that have totally different perspectives on that style. So you might have somebody that is an MMA style, but they're more of a Muay Thai specialist, or someone who's more of a wrestler, or that's the beauty of it, is that I don't think it's ever going to get old, because you're never going to really see one definite style that it just trumps everything, especially with all the body types and everything. So I'd say definitely it's its own style, but because it's so crazy, it's sort of like its own sport too. It's like,
And you also got to keep up with the strength
How do you train?
conditioning and the cardio behind it and all the science that's going in with the
Yep.
recovery. There's so many different parts that
diet.
go into it, exactly nutritional and bringing in the science just behind weight cutting alone and hydration. There's so many tiny, minute details that
True.
that are getting discovered day after day. The sport is unrecognizable compared to what it was 10 years ago, let alone 15, 20 years ago. So, and this day and age of how quick and rapid it's been developing, I think that's going to be a really interesting topic of discussion.
It's going to be fun,
Especially Ken is gonna.
Well, we're going to try to kind of break down and I don't know how much deep we're going to get, because part of the topic is going to be like, what's the ideal training schedule? How often should we be doing this and this, which I don't know. I love what you just brought up, and I'll probably bring it up tomorrow too, because I think it's interesting and it holds true for me. Body types and stuff like that. It's just like, you got guys with stump legs trying to practice triangles. Like, all right, just throw that out. You're never going to fucking triangle a guy in your life.
Arm triangle.
So maybe show how much you do it, but you're probably never going to go over that. And, you got a guy like Trevor Goody, there's probably a ton of stuff that he should be training that no one else would train, or things that work for him that would never work for anybody else. I happen to have a solid guillotine. My arms, I remember our coach used to say to me, he's like, you got to ring it to like monkey arms. You're de-evolved. He used to always say, he's like, you're a knuckle dragger. He's like, your arms are de-evolved because my reach was so well, so I could really get in deep on guillotines, and it helped me out. But body type, you get short, stocky arms. Like you're really gonna be pumping jabs and doing certain things. Like, I think that's something else that you need to kind of factor in.
Definitely.
So yeah, it should be fun. Also, shout out to Cam Arnold. So we had a commission training this past Saturday. We hired 12. They hired 12 new deputies that we helped get them through the Cage Titans community. I saw some amazing faces. Brandon Boats was there. They got deputized. Aaron Cooney, now Lamont Fun Size, former fighter. Casey Lamont, former Cage Titans fighter. They both got approved and appointed. Brian Gerson was there. He got appointed. There was 12 new deputies that we got through the Cage Titans community. They all got deputized. They were all there at the training on Saturday that I stopped by to help attend.
So they get to sit and suit up and
help. And this is great because
not pull
I know what this guy is gonna go on a rant, but we're not gonna go there. It's great to see people who are part of the sport of mixed martial arts who's either competed. It's like we always say, like we want people, the next wave, to be involved that have been involved in the sport or competed or trained or whatever. And here we are making a difference, getting those type of individuals.
People give a shit.
So we're getting those type of people involved.
I like it.
So I'm excited for that, and congratulations. They completed the training, and then they actually stuck around and worked the boxing event that weekend. Nice. So we're doing some positive change on the athletic commission. But where I was going with this, Cam Arnold happened to be there because he was setting up the boxing ring, and I was like, motherfucking Cam Arnold. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, I come down with my boxing team to set up the ring. I go, well, we need a cage set up. He goes, I'm in. So I'm holding you to it, Cam. We're going to probably do it Thursday night. Thursday night or first thing Friday morning. So I'm holding you to it. I've seen you put together a ring. Now you got to come down. It's very similar.
The Cam Arnold and Tyler Pimentel dream team.
There you go.
The 1-2 punch. That cage will be set up, and you get Big Mike DeSilva and the rest of the crew there.
Yep. So that'd be fun. So Keegan, you missed your shout out. The one time I'm going to actually act like I liked you, and you missed it. Keegan's always shitting on me. I'm always shitting on him. We have a nice little good love-hate relationship. There's never hate. It's just ribbing amongst friends.
Brotherly
love.
Busting.
We actually keep, so the funny part about Keegan, we have a long-standing bet that one day we're going to have a tat match. The loser gets a tattoo. And I don't know how I lose because like the loser gets a Cage Titans tattoo. It's like, I own the company. It's like it's not that big of a deal. It's a win for me, but he always
forehead.
Man, he said, "Man, I get no respect. You missed my whole." It's so nice to see somebody like yourself who always had your MMA record hanging over your head, and finally get some light and get a title, and because your record was never indicative of your skill set. And you and I have had that talk many a times how you felt it held you back in some areas in the respect department, things of that nature. And you finally got that validation. Not that you necessarily needed it, but it was a nice thing to see you get. So there you go, Keegan.
If that's what he wants, then I'm happy.
And I'll still kick your ass, and you're going to get a Cage Titans tattoo.
But the real ones knew all along that he's a legitimate martial artist who was always honing his game and never going to really stop. So it was not a surprise. Yeah, that he got the job done, and obviously speedy recovery to Schubert.
Yeah, cool.
Spectacular.
All right. That's all we got for you. Thank you, Keegan. Congratulations. We'll see you and your whole entire Evolution team, Cage Titans.
Are they doing did they get the day card?
So the daytime's going to be their amateur fighters. And actually, I guess that's another thing. We got Mo and Peter Barrett. There was talks of them going to the day. We talked it out with Nate last week. We were talking about it. And I had a conversation with Nate. We are going to make Mo and Pete at the night card. So that's an update. But I did here he goes. I already said that you wanted this fight. He wants Schubert's fight. We're going to make them before intermission, though. So it's it's not going to be like the featured fight, before the main event.
In a way.
It's going to be featured in a way, just instead of like fight number 10 on the night and like a co-main event. Or
it'll be like,
it'll probably be like
headliner of the
undercard fight, or like the man. So
that's cool.
So it was a happy compromise.
I'm happy.
Pete was kind of saying, he's like, if I fight at the daytime, and Pete, he's very like ritualist. He's like, I'll have to get a whole new like routine for the morning, and I'll have to get a hold of like what time do I eat, and he was like way overthinking, and I was like, all right, I'll just see if they'll push it tonight.
I totally understand.
So there you go. All right, guys, that's it. This Saturday, join us at Coops Comedy Show, Andy Kurz and crew, and as always, follow us on all the social media at Cage Sides across the board. We're gonna have all kinds of great stuff coming out to you.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Cheers.